Hi there, it's Tyler from ElectricShaverGuide.com, and it is nearing the end of the year, so it's time to pick the best shaver of 2011. But before we do that, I just want to touch on a few points of some of the best-selling shavers that were reviewed this year. Then we'll get right into it and label the best shaver of the year. One quick point before we get started: this is based on my personal experience with these shavers. It's my personal opinion, so just keep that in mind. I am just a sample size of one. There's certainly a lot of other reviews out there, but I would say that most of them are aligned with my thoughts in this best of video. So let's get to it, and we'll check out some of the best shavers of the year and pick a winner. The first shaver that I want to discuss here is the Philips Norelco SensoTouch 3D shaver, and I think when this shaver came out, I think my expectations were a bit too high, and probably because the design is so cool. You can see this one, looks super high tech, awesome design. You put the shaver in the cleaning base and it just lowers in. So overall, an awesome design, but of course design and high tech qualities need to take a back seat to overall shaving performance. And just based on my personal experience, comparing the shaving performance of this Philips Norelco shaver with some of the other products that we're going to talk about today, just didn't do it well enough for me. And I think I'll blame that on the fact that I like foil shavers better than rotary shavers. So of course, if you do like rotary shavers, you've always used them, you've always used Norelco shavers in the past, this could be a good match for you. I know it's gotten some great reviews, people love this shaver, but just for me, overall, based on my personal experience, just wasn't as good as some of the other foil shavers. So based on that, I would have to recommend, if you've always used foil shavers or you are new to electric shavers, then you might want to avoid this one and stick to a foil shaver. The other shavers that I want to discuss before we get to the best electric shaver of the year 2011 are these Panasonic shavers. So the Panasonic ES8249S and the Panasonic ES-LA93K. These shavers are recommended if you're looking for a foil shaver that you can use wet over the sink with shaving cream. The Panasonic ES-LA93K is the more advanced shaver. So the motor in this electric shaver is a bit larger than the Panasonic ES8249S, and the shaving head pivots 360 degrees, so back and forth and side to side. Essentially, the cleaning stations on both these shavers are basically the same. They both take the same cleaning cartridge, and there's no real improvement on the ES-LA93K over the Panasonic ES8249S. So if you're looking for a more powerful shaver, and the more advanced shaver, go with the ES-LA93K. But if you're looking to save a bit of money, the Panasonic ES8249S is still a great shaver. It's a bit less expensive, and overall the final outcome on shaves is very similar, except with the ES-LA93K, because it's more powerful, the process of getting there, you might get quicker shaves with a bit less irritation for some people, but certainly very similar. So if you're looking to save a bit of money, go with the ES8249S. If you want a bit of power, go with the ES-LA93K. So these are recommended if you're looking for a wet shaver, which is a foil shaver. And finally, we get to the best shaver of the year 2011, and I'm going to have to give it to the Braun Series 7 790cc. And of course, this shaver did not come out in 2011. It's been out for quite some time, but what that's done is pushed down the price to where it's in line with some of the other shavers that we discussed today. And based on my personal experience with this shaver and the other shavers, it's just a better overall shaver. The final outcome might be very similar to the Panasonic shavers in terms of overall shaving smoothness, but the process of getting there with this electric razor is better. I do notice a difference when I jump from Panasonic to Norelco back to this Braun Series 7. It is the best shaving performance and process. It's just so effortless. It makes it a much more enjoyable process. And the overall shaving system is the best too. The Braun Clean and Renew liquid packs slip right into the base, one-touch cleaning station. It's better than the Panasonic cleaning station. It's better than the SensoTouch cleaning station. So overall, it gets my pick for best electric shaver of 2011. And I would imagine that in 2012, it would certainly be on the list of the best electric shavers. And who knows, the next few years, this shaver is probably still going to be a great pick. Okay, so those were just some unrehearsed thoughts on some of the best-selling shavers of the year, and overall I'm going to pick the Braun Series 7 790cc. And I mentioned the word process there quite a few times in describing this Braun Series 7 790cc, and what I mean by that is that you can take another shaver and take the Bronze Series 7 and you can shave, and your final outcome is probably going to be quite similar. You know, you can't get any smoother than super smooth, which you get with this Bronze Series 7, and you do get with some of the other shavers, some of the other Panasonic shavers. But the process of getting there is just overall better with the Bronze Series 7. I just enjoyed it more. It was easier to use, less irritation. You can just feel that it works a bit more effortlessly than some of the other shavers. So that's why I've chose the Bronze Series 7 as the best shaver of the year, 2011. But it doesn't mean that all the other shavers are not something you want to consider. Panasonic shavers are definitely the models you want to go with if you are considering using them wet, so with shaving cream over the sink. You can go with the Panasonic ES-LA93K, which is the bit more powerful model, or if you're on a bit of a tighter budget, price and value with this Panasonic ES-8249 is excellent. It's much cheaper than some of these other shavers, still performs really well, and still is recommended. So either one of these for a foil shaver that you want to use wet. And you know, if budget is a main concern of yours, then you know this Panasonic ES-8249 might be the best shaver for you if you don't want to spend upwards of $200 on an electric shaver. So keep that in mind with these two Panasonic shavers. And of course, if you're not into foil shavers, then the SensoTouch 3D might be a good match for you. Just because I didn't enjoy it doesn't mean you might not have a great shave with it, especially if you've always used rotary shavers, you've always used Norelco products in the past. So something else to consider. So that's it. That's the Bronze Series 7 that takes first prize here, and I would imagine that next year it's still going to be on the list, maybe at the top or somewhere near the top. It's kind of hard to think that another shaver is going to come along and really outperform this shaver, and that's not being pessimistic. It just shows, you know, how good this shaver is in terms of shaving performance. And new shavers certainly will come out next year, in the next few years, but I would imagine that the Bronze Series 7 is still going to be up there and still going to be a good pick. So, like always, whatever shaver you do choose, I hope that you do get good results, and you can check out electricshaverguide.com for all the full reviews on all these shavers that were mentioned here today.